George A. Jewett came to Des Moines by foot. He walked from his town of Red Rock, which is now a reservoir. It was as far west as the white man was allowed to go back when his ancestors settled there. He had completed business school in Chicago, went back to Red Rock where his mother lived, and he wanted to get a job as a bookkeeper. So he came to Des Moines by foot. They charged 10 cents a mile to ride on a coach, and he couldn't afford that. He came here and he told my dad, his great-grandson, that he stood at the top of the hill where our Capitol now stands and looked down and saw the convergence of the two rivers and said, "This is where I want to live." And so as a 17-year-old kid, he walked down, paid a penny to cross the Court Avenue Bridge, and walked down among the riverfront businesses looking for work as a bookkeeper. When George was 19, in addition to his day job, he also was hired by the Smithsonian Institution to take the weather in Des Moines. And every day, the document says, and I'll just read from it, specific instruments were sent to him, and 3 times a day he took the state of the weather, which was printed every morning in the Daily Register, and every week made his report to Washington. He was the pioneer of the Weather Bureau service here in Des Moines. By age 20, my great-great-grandfather wanted other young men like him to be able to have a place where they could gather and talk about civic issues, and he is credited with bringing the YMCA to Des Moines. Later that year, he married Annie Henry, and they bought some land out west in the 1200 block of Locust Street, which really wasn't a street, it was a dirt path. George and his wife Annie were real involved in their church. They were instrumental in helping start the Central Church of Christ, which George was the 158th member, and he soon became a deacon and then an elder, and then the treasurer of the church for the next 55 years until he died. By the time he did die, the church had 10,000 members. During the time that he was helping his church grow, he also decided to start another business endeavor. He loved building materials, so he started the Jewett Lumber Company. And people around here today associate the name Jewett with the lumber business because they've been around for 142 years serving the central Iowa area.